Well, it's a Thursday, it's a Tuesday morning. Sorry, still here on the AM show. My name is Benedict Owusu, and today we've got to talk about the UEFA Champions League, the second leg game that will be played in Italy, where Juventus will play host to Monaco. Already, Juventus have taken a comfortable lead, and obviously they will be hoping to make the final of this year's UEFA Champions League. The first leg away in France, they won by 2-0, and also Chelsea. They have one hand on the English Premier League title. Last night, they defeated Middlesbrough by 3-0. Not a good result for Middlesbrough, as they've been relegated to the English Championship. And Chelsea, if this coming Friday they win their game against West Bromwich Albion, Chelsea will be crowned champions of this season's English Premier League. We'll check highlights of that game, which was played at Stamford Bridge last night. But before, 16 years ago today, 126 soccer fans lost their lives after a midweek league match between Hartlepool and Asante Kotoko. Now, soccer fans are unhappy with the decision of match officials, started ripping off plastic chairs at the stadium, forcing police personnel on duty to respond with tear gas. Now, 16 years down the lane, Herbert Mensah, who was Chief Executive Officer of Asante Kotoko at the time, says the state has not done enough to honor the memory of the departed.
Continue this.
Well, we can try. It's not just me, but I understand that I'm probably the figure that people see. There are members of the media, yourself included, who have been extraordinary support. And it's something that we've done without any form of government recognition or support. We've reached out to His Excellency, our current president, because he was the Attorney General that time. I have met with him, and he was very supportive indeed. And I would hope that he will utter some words of reassurance, because it's important. You know, we get into so many things in life in Ghana, and it's normally done by people who have very little. And that is the real Ghana. And they toil, they suffer, and then they are disappointed or they're ignored. And I think that is fundamentally wrong. And so I have reached out. There are members of the media who've reached out, significant ones. There are also some members of the business community who every year make us some kind of a donation. And I always turn around and say that, look, one of the greatest Ghanaians that I know, who people say is not a Ghanaian, is Haitham Fakri, Interplast. I mean, that man is a giant. You hear me say it every year. I love him as a brother, because he just has to see causes that we're involved in, and he will get up and make provision in some form. So he is a giant amongst giants. You know, the guys who are involved in Gino and Pomo, the last few years have been massively supportive. I have a great relationship with the directors of the organizations abroad, out of Europe, Middle East, and they're human. They have a company philosophy which says people are more important than money. So when I approached them a while ago, it was natural for them to get involved and support. You'll see a lot of their product around for some of the families, and they've been massively supportive.
So that was Herbert Mensah, former Kumasi Asante Kotoko CEO. Now we'll move on and we'll do some more here on the local scene. And yesterday, 2 Ghana Premier League matches were played here in Accra. It was Accra Hartlepool up against Wafa, and also at the Takwa TNA Park, it was Mediama SC and Elmina Sharks. But at the Accra Stadium, Wafa were hoping to extend their unbeaten run, but Accra Hartlepool informed Hartlepool managed to beat them by 2-1. And we can now hear from Wafa's coach, that's Class Rasmussen, who reacted to the game, their defeat to Accra Hartlepool.
You saw 2-1, and but I think that we play what are one of our best away games in according to keeping the ball, the possession, very similar to our home games, where we are in the moment very strong. So from that point of view, I'm satisfied. But according to what our plans were before the game, we didn't play as much deep passes and runs that we are supposed to do when we play this team. So on the other hand, I'm very satisfied with the players' morale and getting back into the game. But of course, I'm disappointed about the result. I would say that if I have to pick a moment where the opponent has to score, I would pick 2 minutes. So I have 89 minutes and the rest to make the other one. So for the players, is of course a bit of a setback. But for me, fine.
So Wafa lost 2-1 to Accra Hearts for Kali Accra Stadium yesterday. Also at the Takwati and A Park, Mediama FC defeated the Omina Sharks by 3 goals to 1. Still stay with the Ghana Premier League, and Ashanti Gold coach CK Akono is hopeful of turning things around for the side in the ongoing league. Now, the former Ghana Premier League champions have been struggling in the league as they've managed just 2 wins, from the matches that we've played so far in the league. And we've got just a game to end the first round. CK Akono, who came in following the resignation of Bashir, for that admits things are tough, but is also sure of changing the current trend.
It's a difficult situation, from that. I see it as challenges. For me as a coach, if I want to do this to the highest level, I must go through this and to be able to turn things around. I'm very positive about that. What it is that we need to work hard. We need to work hard, and it's not just the technical men, it's the playing body, management, and of course the supporters. We all have to understand the situation, that it's not a good one, and therefore it demands that we are calm and work hard to come out of that danger zone.
What is it that you've identified that you feel must be fixed to get the team back on track?
First of all, there are areas that we need to strengthen. I wouldn't be able to, make it open, but we've identified a lot of areas that needs to be strengthened. We don't need quantity; we need quality, And so if we work hard, but you see, it's difficult because we're in the middle of the season. It's very difficult to go and poach an important player from a team. The teams will also know they were reluctant to release that player, and so it's a big challenge. It's a big challenge, but we'll work it out, and I'm very positive, very optimistic that we'll come out of the challenges.
So that was Ashanti Gold coach CK Akono. He's optimistic that things will change, and obviously we all have hope that he will change things at the club. They've got one more game to play to the end of the first one, and we'll have the second one, 15 matches to play in the Ghana Premier League. Currently where they lie on the league table, not encouraging at all, but CK says he is the man for the job, and we believe he can also do it.